Are you ready to return to the further? What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another HHN update. Now this one, we all saw it coming, that it was gonna happen today because that's what it was gonna be announced. But yeah, finally JPQ has amazing. And like many of you said, many of you speculated, many of you already knew from the leaks, Insidious, it's not just gonna be Insidious 4. Nah. It's a mashup of all the Insidious monsters, Insidii, if you will. So what do we know? Well, what we know from John Murdy is that it's heavily based on the fourth film, but we're still going to see all the monsters from the other movies. What are the monsters, Josue?
Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So there's the man with the lung problem. There's the lady in black. There's the lipstick monster. There's the Darth Maul looking creature.
I think that's the lipstick
monster. Is it the lipstick monster? I thought the other one was a lipstick monster.
Who? Doesn't matter. And then finally we're gonna get the villain of this fourth film, which looks like from boom right there, the poster, it's got long fingers and big eyes. So what do we think that's gonna be? I think it's gonna be a monster who tickles people. What do you think?
I think it's the stabby monster. It just runs up and stabs you with its fingers.
With its fingers? So what does this mean? It means that another maze has been announced, another mashup. Does that mean... So how many mashups do we got? So we've got
Titans of Terror. We've got... I mean, if you count the Terror Trim, it's also a mashup. We have, I guess, all the Saws. They're mashed up into one. Both seasons of Ash vs. Evil Dead. That's all mashed up in there.
So I think, well, easier ones to say is that the only two that aren't mashups are American Horror Story Roanoke
and The Shining.
And The Shining. I was going to also say The Walking Dead. But I guess The Walking Dead's kind of like a mashup of all the seasons.
You know The Walking Dead doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It does not count. So I think that that's probably going to be the theme of this year, is that the theme last year was the Titans of Terror, which was kind of a mashup, but the majority of the other properties were like guests desired this. Like everybody wanted The Exorcist, everybody wanted. Favorites. Yeah, it was like fan favorites last year. So I guess mashups is the theme this year.
I would say so.
Because like if we are in fact getting that Blumhouse of horrors, that's another mashup. Or
as it's being referred to now, the horrors of Blumhouse.
Oh, the horrors of Blumhouse.
Yes.
So I mean, I think this is going to be very interesting, because I wonder, since this is going to be the third time we see Insidious. That's not Insidious Return to the Further, not Insidious Into the Further, but Insidious Beyond the Further.
Right.
Are they going to like do the same scenes as they did? Like, are we going to see the bride in black in that same area strangling Elise and then lunging at us? Are we going to see that again? Are we going to see the man who can't breathe? Are we seeing his muddy footprints as he lunges at us from the top? I hope there's some... I don't know.
Well, at least from what John Murdy said, that this maze is based heavily off of the fourth film, I would assume that a lot of the stuff is just kind of the main monster from the fourth Insidious film is going to be our like main villain, while the other paranormal entities are going to kind of just jump in with them, or with this new monster. They're gonna like tag team us, like kind of like with Freddy and Jason did with like the disappearing walls last year.
Ooh.
I'm assuming a lot of that's gonna happen in this maze, where this long fingy monster is gonna come out, and then Bright and Black's right behind you.
Well, yeah, like remember the last time that we went at the end, how all the demons came at us, like
right.
Literally, Mr. E pushed us out of the maze, because he didn't want us to hang around anymore. So maybe they'll have an ending like that again. Possibly. But, you know, I have to say, of all the mazes, except for The Shining, because, I mean, you people of the league already know how much Josue and I love The Shining. I have to say that this is probably my most anticipated maze of the year.
Really? Insidious?
Because I loved. The reason why I loved 2014 so much was the Insidious maze was really well done. I loved that experience that we had. That was the scariest by far. Oh, not 2015. Scariest by far of mazes that we went through for that year.
Interesting.
And so we'll see.
I don't know. I feel like this one's definitely on my anticipation scale. It's kind of on the low bar.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Insidious Return to the Further,
Yes.
which was the last one.
Mhm.
I thought that was great. But granted, it's been a while since Insidious' return, but I still like. I don't know. I still have, you know, like, to phrase it in such a weird way, I still have Insidious taste in my mouth.
Okay, so you don't think there's been like enough time for us to have another maze?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. Like, and especially, like, I really wish it was more just focused on the fourth film.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I can only see the Bride in Black so many times. You know?
You should tell Blumhouse that, because in every single one of their movies, you see the freaking Bride in Black.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe Blumhouse has some marriage counseling that they need to go to. But yeah. This. I mean, I'm excited for it, but like it's kind of down there on my list, you know. But I can only say so much, because then I'm gonna go in it and then I'm gonna like love it, and then yeah.
Well, see, I think that what you're stemming from, and rightfully so, is the fact that we haven't seen a trailer for Insidious 4. So what we know of the Insidious franchise is 1 through 3. So, but
Yeah.
like John Murray says, he was given the script for 4. So hopefully, the trailer is dropped soon. So maybe that will, for you and for league members who also think like that, think
Right.
like you. Hopefully that'll change your mind, and maybe you'll be more excited for this maze.
Hopefully, yeah. I definitely, yeah. I think I agree with you. Is that I don't know a lot about the fourth Insidious, so I'm just going off of what John Murdy's telling me.
I will say, the thing that I'm most excited about is that Tucker and Specs are coming back.
Yeah.
So you know what that means that we're doing, people of the league. We're gonna bring back that game, and hopefully that's why you gotta practice. You gotta do super well, so that way you can beat them.
Dude, some of that Bear Hunter Ninja.
Heck yeah.
Hunter Ninja Bear.
Hunter Ninja Bear. It's gonna be something that you, people of the league, don't want to miss. And I think that pretty much wraps up this announcement that Insidious is coming back, and it's going to be a mashup again. And it's we're kind of skeptical because we haven't seen Insidious 4 yet. But what do you think, people of the league? Let us know in the comments what you think. Are you pumped for this? Are you kind of like Josue, that you think that's too soon for us to have another Insidious maze? Let us know. Also, starting this Friday, September 1st, make sure to head on over to teespring.com and snatch yourself a I'm All Caught Up on HHN preparation t-shirt. You will not regret it.
Yes. And also, let's not forget that next Saturday, the 9th?
Yeah, the 9th.
September 9th, our last live stream before HHN begins is coming up. So you guys better be ready for that, because it's going to be a crazy one. We're going to have some cool stuff, and of course we're going to be giving away another the last HHN prep t-shirt.
The last HHN.
Obviously they go on sale, but that's the last giveaway that we're going to have. And yeah, so you don't want to miss that. So mark it on your calendars.
Absolutely. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button.
Yeah.
If you're new here, subscribe. Josue, what if they're on Twitter? What should they do?
Oh, if you're on Twitter, you're gonna want to go to @TLE tweets.
What about Instagram?
Oh, of course, @TLE pics.
And of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Virtual Josue.
We ya boys.
And we outie.
Woo!